Okay, here is what I found in November and December of 2022. Sorry for getting the video out late and making it 2 months instead of just one. I forgot November. So here we go, without further ado. We'll start up in this corner here. We got some meltables. Got these on a permission. I found this lock close to where I found these keys, but these keys don't go to that lock, even though they're the same brand. Kind of funny. I found a spoon and a knife. They're not matching, and no fork, so I can't eat. Found a couple of quarters, a dime. They're modern. A couple of Zinkins. This is kind of neat. Found this at an old mining camp. I think it's silver. It's tarnished black. I cleaned this to a bright silver with acid, and now it's turning black again, so I don't know if that's silver or not. But here's some watch parts and maybe clock parts. It would be neat if I could turn that into a working clock, wouldn't it? Don't hold your breath. A couple other little watch parts and a key found in the same area. This was supposedly a ring, but it's so soft that I don't know. I don't know if that's an actual ring or not. This is kind of neat. A little tiny knife. This is going to be part of my Bringing Back Ancient Patterns series. You'll see more about that later. A little jawbone of some critter. I just saw that and went, I'll put that in my pocket and take it home. This is from a mining camp. Not a mining camp. I'm sorry. This is from a World War II training camp. Found a lot of bullets, a lot of brass, and one of these wheat pennies up here. This one. This one. 1941 was found at that camp as well. Here's kind of the kids section, aside from the 22 shell. I got a button, a harmonica reed, and a little piece of a toy gun. Some roundness. Don't know what they are. They didn't clean up. Now, this is kind of fun. Found a whole bunch of knobs and stuff out in a field. And here's some chalcedony. I found that in the same place I found all this stuff here. Now, maybe you could settle my brain on this. I'm not sure if this is petrified wood or maybe some copper ore. It's kind of green, kind of black, and then it's got this red shot through it. Let me know what you think that is in the comments. This license plate was all bent up, and I restored it to that. I've got a video out that shows that. It's called How to Restore a Rusty License Plate. But sometimes you find projects out there. A lot of these things I'm going to make into blades. This is actually going to become a blade, believe it or not. And this is going to become 2 blades. But this is really neat. So I found this little silver ring with, looks like it was probably Indian design. And it's got a rattlesnake on top. It had a dark stone, an onyx right in there. Now I've ordered a new onyx that I'm going to put in there, and I'm going to fix this band. But in the meantime, I figured I'd use it as a pattern for lost patterns. And this is what I've come up with so far. This is silver, 925. It's going to take a little bit of work to get that looking like a real ring, but the band's whole. And let's see. Here we have a couple of brass and then 2 different size live drops. They were actually found in the box. I've got the cardboard box here as well. These are a couple of copper pennies. This, I don't know if it's some kind of a button or like a campaign button. This is kind of fun. This is White's Healing, Soothing, Protective Ointment. Found that in an old mining camp, along with these marbles. Half of a plier. Now I'm restoring an old set of rusty pliers. We'll see how that turns out. Here's a pattern that I'm going to bring back of a butter knife. And this is actually a file that I found out in Wyoming that I'm turning into a knife. That's hardened and everything. It's just ready to get a little final work, bevels and sharpened. Here's the fun stuff that you really probably wanted to see. So these are wheat pennies. These were all found by me metal detecting, with the exception of that one right there. It's a 1927 penny that I got in change on a transaction. The total was like $4.99. I gave them $5 and I got that back. Now in the same place that I found these wheat pennies, it was close to a railroad track. And look what some kid did 100 years ago. Went and smashed one of them. Anyway, here's a little clay marble. You don't find them very often. And this, I'm going to call mystery item, because I thought it was a penny that got shot. It's something that got shot. If you could tell me what that is, it's kind of a hexagon shape with a hole right through it where it got shot. I would love to find out what that is. There is a little charm of a horse head that I think is real neat. And here's a little piece of some kind of jewelry. The only gold I found, little tiny bar of something that broke off of like a uniform or something. And 30 feet rust proof, Belgium. Now this is kind of neat. Back in the day, they made lenses for stuff not out of glass. They would make them out of peeled mica. So that's what that is. Kind of cool. And a little razor, safety razor stick. And this was really neat. This was on the surface, wheat side up. This penny is the oldest penny that I found. 1912 is the date. Don't know if you'll be able to read it or not. And then this is the neatest thing that I found. It's a mining tag. Magma Copper Company, number 16, locker identification. So when the guys would go down into the mine, they would have to let somebody know that that's where they were going. So they'd hook this on the board to show that they were out or in the mine. This Magma Copper Company was in existence for just 1 year in the place where I found this, 1910 to 1911. So that's kind of fun. Anyway, that's an overview of what I found in November and December 2022. If you want to leave comments, I'd love to hear them. And Happy New Year!